I've got 4 props for NBA Saturday that you guys are going to want to hear. We're going to go through the stats, the analysis, kind of break these plays down for you guys and why I like them. We are on a 7-2 run over the last 9 plays over our past 3 videos. Today, we got 4 props. Let's get into it. First thing we always do, we recap the day before. Win or loss, it doesn't matter. But we're here to, show you what we got. Yesterday, we gave out 3 picks. We had Peyton Watson going over 1.5 assists. He had 4. Tim Hardaway Jr., what a fucking bum. He screwed us on our slip. We had him to go over 3.5 assists and rebounds. He only had 1, got it in the 4th quarter. And then Dennis Schroeder to go under 11.5 points and rebounds, and he finished with 8. So 1 off from cashing the slip. If you took these as straights, you still profited. We went 2-1. I'm happy with that. Hopefully you guys added maybe one of these 2 green ones in your slip, and it helped you guys cash as well. So all in all, not a bad day. Now today's plays, we're going to be taking on Underdog and Chalkboard. I've got 4 props for you guys. I normally give out 3 on these YouTube videos, but I want to give an extra play out for Saturday. If you're not on Underdog or Chalkboard, sign up with code Voltage, and they're going to hook you guys up. You can play 5 on Underdog. You're going to get $50 in bonus entries, okay? All you have to do, place your $5 bet. You're going to see $50 right into your account when you use code Voltage on sign up. Chalkboard, they're going to hook you guys up with a $100 sign up bonus when you use code Voltage. You deposit $100, they're going to give you $100. And then you're also getting a new user free square. So you're going to get a free winner and you're going to get that deposit match. Super good value there. If you take advantage of both of these apps, you're getting $150 to bet with completely free. Now let's get into the picks. So first up, we're looking at Coby White going over 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now looking at his last 5 games, he's hit this 100% of the time going over this line. And then if you go into his last 10, he's at 70% of the time. And then we can look at his head-to-head too. He's also hitting this at 75% of the time, averaging around 21. Now, if we go over here to defensive rankings, we're ranked in a very good spot. This is a favorable matchup almost all the way around. The assists allowed, we're ranked 24th. Rebounds allowed 20th and 17th for points allowed. When we look at his minutes, he's averaging about 28.3 minutes per game. Potential assists, he's looking at almost 10 potential assists in the games that he's playing. Rebound chances, same thing. He's got about 7.5, so 8, 8, 4, 10. Field goal attempts, he's averaging around 30% on his field goal attempts. So if he can just get a couple field goals in and then average his regular rebounds and assists line, we should be in a good spot here. You look at his threes, he's definitely shooting for some threes. He's not making many. Like here, he got 1. He didn't hit any. So he's got to shoot quite a bit of threes just to get a couple cleared. He has exceeded 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists in 12 straight games at home. He's averaging 29, which is well above what we're looking at. So that's what I like for this first play. We're going to take Reid under 5.5 threes attempted. So not threes made, but threes attempted. Now, if you go and look over his last 10 games, he's cleared this 100% of the time. And I do love these 100% of the time matchups. I feel like that's a great opportunity for us to hop in, especially when they're over a long span of games. Now, when you look at his last 20, he's at 85%, which is even more significant to me because he's only missed this in 3 games. So he's very consistent with staying under what we're looking at. Now, head-to-head, this gets even more beautiful, right? He has cleared this 100% of the time. He's only averaging 1 there and 4 here. We're looking to stay under 5.5. So when you pair the head-to-head going against the defensive allowed, we're in a neutral position, but as you can see, he doesn't really go for many threes against them. And then when you look at his last 5 games, you can see this trend significantly staying under that usage line. So that's what that's going to look like. You got Reid under 5.5 threes attempted and Coby White over. Lock that in on Underdog. De'Aaron Fox to go over 20.5 points and assists. Now looking at his last 5 games, he's cleared this 80% of the time, only just missing his most recent game by a point. So very strong last 5 trend. Now you go to his last 10, it's even better. 90% of the time, again, just missing that most recent game and only by a point, so that's not enough to really steer me away from this play. And then over his last 20, which is a 70% hit rate, which is still very good over that amount of games. Then you go to his head-to-head. This is the shit we want to see. We are beautiful, complete, 100% head-to-head rate with them against each other. And then we're taking Joel Embiid to go over 24.5 points. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Embiid's been going like nuclear lately, especially when Maxey was out as well. Now, I know Maxey is questionable to return, but I still like this spot for Embiid. He's hit this 100% hit rate over his last 5 games, well exceeding what we're looking for in 3 of those games, and still comfortably going over in 2 of them. You look at his last 10, he's hit this 90% of the time and barely missing in 1 game against the Clippers. Now over his last 20, stays significantly strong again at 80%, only missing this in 4 games. And then you go to his head-to-head, he has a 50% hit rate head-to-head. So he has 1 where he stayed under and 1 where he went over. It's very significantly. And then if you look at his position as a center, it is ranked 7th, so still not a great spot. But with him exceeding this significantly over, and if he's averaging 30 minutes in these games, I definitely comfortably see him taking the over on this. He's also exceeded 26.5 points in 11 of his last 13 games. So that's what that's going to look like there. $100 pays out 312, so you're getting a little over 3x on that slip. Again, guys, go lock these in on Underdog and CHALKBOARD if you're not on there yet. If you already are, there's tons of other great apps out there and a whole bunch down in the links below. Go check them out. Use code Voltage and take advantage of these sign-up bonuses. All right, that's all I got for you guys in this video. We got 4 props for NBA Saturday. Go lock them in. Take advantage of those sign-up bonuses. And remember, like, comment, and subscribe on this channel. And let's cash these fucking slips.